Good morning and welcome back. And for this video you join myself and my good mate Chris Carpking71 on what's a 48-hour session for me and 72 hours for you, isn't it?
I'm doing 72, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a new lake for me, a new lake for Chris, and also a new lake for the complex. And that is, as you probably guessed from the title, we're on the Tar Farm complex at Linear. We chosen Lake 7. And I chose Lake 7.
Yeah.
He's just a copycat.
Yeah, I just flipped it next to you.
So yeah, I'm on peg 7 as well, and Chris is joined me on peg 6. So we're quite close together. So he can share all his food with me when we have a barbecue later. I've set my bivvy up, got everything sort of sorted because it did sort of threaten to rain earlier. So we're not actually fishing. I've got a bit of marker work to do, I think, because I think there's quite a few different depths here.
Yeah,
looking at the map.
Especially in your swim. I think my swim's quite even, kind of 10, 11, 12
yeah.
foot. You've got anything from
40,
10 foot down to 38
40, yeah, yeah. So I've looked at the map they show online and I've got a rough idea where to be heading for. So I'm going to have to spend a bit of time and get up to speed with my marker work and see if I can find a nice little sweet spot and then go from there. So yeah, until then, time starts now. Okay then, so just set my marker rod up and going to spend a bit of time now with the marker float, see if I can find a shallower area, because it is quite deep out there. Like I say, there's some big holes. So I've looked on the map. They do give you a map on the website with all the depths, quite a detailed map, and there's a big hole to my left and there's a reasonably sized deep hole to my right, and hopefully there's a channel which is a bit shallower through the middle. So I'm going to start off with there and have a good look round, see if I can find somewhere probably about the 15 foot mark would be a good mid-depth for this lake, I think, from what I can see, by this area anyway. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that. I shan't bore you with it because I think I might be a while, but yeah, I'll come back to you when I found a spot. Okay then, well, I just spent about half an hour with the marker float, and yeah, there's some serious depths of water out there. My first cast, I was like 26 foot and I was going down to like 32, 33 foot. So I've come over to my right a bit and I'm still in the high 20s. I think there is a shallower area right a bit further out, but I'm not 100% sure where the guy over the other side of the bank is where he's fishing. I know one of his rods is shorter, but I'm not sure if all of his rods are there, so I don't want to go and start treading on his toes. I did find a little spot about 16 foot out here which I fancied, so I clipped it out, reeled it in, and there's a nice sort of like bar out there. So I thought I'd give it another chuck. I thought I'd give it a bit of a longer chuck out there, a bit of a schoolboy error. I hadn't unclipped my rod, and I cracked off my marker float, and I haven't got a spare. So I've had to go back to the trusty deeper. So yeah, so I've had a few casts around with that, and I found a real nice flat clean spot. It's around 16 foot, going up to about 15, and that's about 7.5 rops out, just over to my right, and sort of the wind is coming over this way a bit as well, so I think that's a good starting point. I'll go from there, and then a bit later on, well, tomorrow, I may pop to the shop and get another marker float, and if I've had no joy, scan the area a bit more and a bit further out in front of me. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to clip all my rods up. I haven't made up any rigs yet, so I'm going to need that to do. The bait's made. So yeah, just get myself sorted and then get them rods out. Okay then guys, the rigs are all prepped ready and just about ready to go out in the pond now. So the first one I got is just one of the mainline link wafters on a little D rig, and that's just on the Fox Illusion fluorocarbon rig line. Second one is just one of the sticky baits wafters on the slip D rig, size 6 claw hook, and some soft coated braid which has been stripped back a bit. And the third and final rig is just like a little snowman presentation on a conventional hair rig, again size 6 claw hook, soft coated braid, and that is it. And that is all going down onto my normal lead clip system, the rigmarole tubing, 3-ounce pear lead, and from Carping tackle, and that's it. I will also be just adding a small mesh bag of their house pellet as well, because that's what they've been fed on since a young age. So I'll be putting that on hook bait as well, put a bit of Smart Cell liquid on top, and that will be it. We will be fishing shortly. Just crumb them up a bit. I'll leave a few in their hole. Good old trusty sweet corn. Bit of flaky colour. A couple of handfuls of the copper pellets. Not going to mix too much up, I'm just going to mix it as I go really. And then just a bit of the Toffee Crunch glug. I'm going to go silly with it. I'll add a little bit of lake water to it as well. And that is going to be my spot mix for the session. Smells lovely. Yeah, so I'm just going to add a bit of lake water to that to let it all soak in, and then we get it out. Okay then, well that's the 3 rods out. Now time to put a bit of bait out. So yeah, that spod mix has been soaking for probably a good hour or so now, and yeah, it's gone raw, nice and soft and mushy. So I'm going to get some of that out, and then it'll be time to feed myself. Anyway, I'm going to literally empty this bucket out there now. I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch me do all that, so I'm going to switch you off, and then I'll come back to you in a bit. Okay then, well that is all 3 rods out. I'm quite happy how they went out, and yeah, I just put about, I don't know, it's about 8 to 10 spods over the top, and just use that as a starting point, and go from there. I think my lines are still settling. I'm getting the odd beep, but I just think it's just the lines settling, and there's a little bit of weed I need to try to flick off the end of one of my rods, about the lines. So yeah, that's it. Just kick back, relax. I got a right mist clear up in there, and then I'm going to put the kettle on and make myself a well-earned cup of coffee. Well, the rods have been in the water about, I don't suppose, about an hour now, I suppose, and yeah, I was getting a few bleeps on them, but I think that was just where the lines are settling, and they've seemed to have sunk a little bit now. So I'm sort of fishing sort of slack lines, and so yeah, all's good. Just had a coffee. Chris is all set up. I think he's just about to put some bait out himself. So on this trip, I had to use the Go Catch app on my phone to book it. Originally, I downloaded the app before it all come live here, and then when I went to book on, I was having a few problems, so I deleted it, reinstalled it, and it's been working fine. So yeah, it was simple, really good. Literally just browse the fishery you want, choose the lake you want, and then you can pick your peg you want. It shows which is available, which end, number of rods you want to use, and then yeah, just select your dates, and if they're available, they are, and yeah, you just carry on and just purchase your ticket, and then all in your history, all your tickets are online, and yeah, it's a really good way of doing it. So yeah, pleased with that. It's nice to come to a venue, especially a busy venue like Linear, where I've come times before and you just can't get on the lake you want or the swim you want, and it's always in the back of your mind when you're coming out, are you going to get on or not, especially if you're coming with a mate as well. You just don't know if you're going to get a swim, let alone two together. So yeah, actually, thumbs up. The bailiff was saying about the app as well, the good thing is they've got all your details and all that, so if you leave a load of rubbish, they know who you are, and they can sort of basically blacklist you on the app. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a bit of a deterrent from people leaving a mess behind their swims. So I know some places it has happened and you haven't found out who it is. So yeah, no hiding now, which is good. Because this place is, I know it's new, but it is immaculate and very well maintained. And so I'm looking over there because I just see something. I'm not sure if it's a bird just rolled or not. I'm seeing if the bird pops his head back out. It probably is a bird. Anyway, it's not where I'm fishing anyway. Right, so yeah, I've had a coffee. Next, I'm going to give it another hour or so, and then the cob will be going on. So I've got a nice steak and some kebabs for tonight. Just pop over and give you a little tour of Chris's swim. He's just putting out a bit of bait as well.
That was bomb number 3, guys. I've got a couple more in, and then like I said, I'll leave one rod fishing just as a single for now, just to, you know, just to see if that might be the tactic to go with. But so I'm going to put 2 more on this rod, and then that's it. Once that's done, at least I can relax for the evening now, get the barbecue on and think about this.
Nice.
You've done your baiting up, have you, Wayne?
Yeah, I'm all done for the night, I think. Yeah. How much are you putting out, Chris?
I'm doing 5 bombs per rod. Well, I'm only going to bait up 2 rods.
That's right.
So my left-hand rod I've baited up with a mix of the Linear Fisheries own bait and corn.
Yeah.
This rod I'm baiting up with a mixture of Hinder's seafood pellets, boilie crumb and corn. And then my right-hand rod I'm going to leave with no bait on and fish it as a single, just to see if...
Ah, it'd be interesting to see what happens, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That's what I mean, the new lakes, you know, just trying something. I mean, I'm sure these fish are hungry because, you know, not many people have fished them yet, but, you know, I'm sure oh, that one didn't open, but, you know, I'm sure it won't hurt to try at least one rod on a single just to see if
Yeah.
that's the way to go.
Well, I hope they're hungry.
Well, yeah.
Well, I hope they're as hungry as I am.
Try that on again.
Beautiful.
Even when they're brand new, they don't always open.
No. That'll do nicely. Well guys, it's the light's starting to fade a bit now, so I thought I'd get my evening update done now. Just got the old cob barbecue to sit next to keep my warmth, keep me nice and warm. But yeah, nothing is yet. It's only me and Chris on the lake now. The two guys opposite have disappeared, but I think there's people due on tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up here for the night, as like I said, the light is fading quite quick now. Got a belly full of food, that was very nice. Another cup of coffee, and yeah, if we don't see you in the night, we should see you with coffee in the morning. Good morning, and yeah, it's a wet one, as you can probably see. I don't know if you can see, it's sort of still drizzling a bit out here, but last night 8 o'clock onwards it was torrential rain. I mean, it really come down. There's a few breaks for the odd 5-10 minutes, then it's just back again. So yeah, didn't have nothing in the night. I had a few beeps on a couple of the rods, but that was it, I'm afraid. But today's another day. We'll go again. I'm going to I was going to enjoy my coffee, have some breakfast in a bit, and then I'm going to redo the rods. I think I'm going to keep 2 on that spot still, but I'm going to have a 3rd rod. I'm just going to have it roaming around a bit. I'm going to just try a few different areas and just see if we can pick up a bite. But yeah, right, I'm going to enjoy this and we'll see you in a bit. Okay then guys, well it's about 8:45 now and I've just seen my first fish. Unfortunately it is dead opposite me, probably about 3 rod lengths off the bank on that shallower end of the lake. Now there's nobody fishing over there at the moment, but I think there are people due on this morning, probably in the next few hours. So I'm going to bring my left rod in, I'm going to rebait that, put a little mesh bag on there, and I'm going to sort of just chuck a single over there, as I've seen that fish, and then a possible sighting in that main bowl. It's not in my water, but I did see a load of rings. I was waiting for a bird to come up and nothing's popped up, so maybe maybe a couple of zigs might be on the cards today, I'm not sure. Left hand rod, I'm going to fire one over there before any other anglers turn up, and then yeah, make a decision. Perhaps they're going to start showing this morning, who knows. But yeah, I've seen a fish, just need to catch one now. Okay then guys, well I'm all rebaited. So a little bottom bait there, with a little 8mm wafter, like a bottom snowman rig if you like, and a little mesh bag of the house pellets, a little bit of the smart liquid on there, and I'm going to chuck that out in the rough direction to where I saw that fish. So not technically really my water, but there's no one over there at the moment, so I'm just going to chuck this out and just leave it there just for a couple of hours, and as soon as one turns up I'll just bring it in. Since when I was rebaiting this, another fish has shown slightly to the right, so I've seen nothing in the last sort of like 10 minutes. 2 definite shows and 1 possible, but they're all over that side, seems to be on that shallower area. So normally that would be a move, but unfortunately you can't. That's the only downside with the booking systems. When you book your peg, that is your peg. So right, anyway, let's get it out there. Okay, so that's that all set, and I've got to make a decision on the next two now. I might swap one over to adjustable zig and chuck it over in that big bowly area over there where the fish seem to be. But I still haven't had breakfast, so I might have a bit of breakfast first. But I just wanted to just get that one over there while I can, where I've seen that show, and yeah, see if anything happens. Okay, this is my second rod. This is my right hand rod. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to sort of bring it where it's sort of like 15, 16 foot. I'm going to bring it a couple of rod lengths to the right, tight to the margin where it goes up to about 9. I've got this bush in my way, but I'm going to try to avoid that if possible. And then I'm going to give that an hour or two there. And then my middle rod, I might chuck an adjustable zig on there. There is a big hole over there, and I might just sort of chuck it down there and just have a play with the depths over there. You can see on my lead, I just brought it in, it's just very clayey. A nice hard bottom there. So, right, let's see if we can get this one down that margin a bit. I put it down the margin because the fish I've seen over there are, probably only a few rod lengths out off their margin. So, although I haven't seen anything down here, I'm just going to give it a go anyway, and just move the rods about a bit. Okay, I'm going to finally get myself some breakfast, and then yeah, sort out my zig kit, find that adjustable float, and sort that middle one out. Okay then, time for my middle rod, and I decided to go for the adjustable zig on this one. I've got 3 foot of hook link and just a little fox zig liner on there. So I'm just going to chuck it out in between the two, what was like 2 big holes, and just work the depths with this adjustable one over the period of the morning. Let's see if we can get it out without a tangle. Seems to go down forever, that doesn't it?
Bit of a tactic change, mate?
Yeah, I thought I'd try the adjustable zig in that there's that area in between the 2 deep holes. It sort of ranges from, I don't know, probably sort of 16 to 24 foot on looking on the map.
Yeah.
So
I'll pop a picture of the map up now, guys, if you just to show you what Wayne's on about.
So yeah, I'm just gonna so that's 3 foot now on the bottom. So I might just give that half an hour and come up another 3 foot every sort of half hour or so, and keep my fingers and legs and toes and everything else crossed. We can only try. It might help to put the bobbin on the alarm, mightn't it? That might help. Okay then guys, in the you won't be able to see from me, I expect, because there's no zoom on this, but 2 guys on the far bank, all them fish have been shown this morning. They have turned up, I don't know, probably an hour ago, and one of the guys have just landed his first fish within the hour. So yeah, it seems like the fish do seem to be over that part of the lake. So yeah, but never mind. I've just been roaming my rods. I've been chucking different distances with some singles. I've got the adjustable zig. I've had it right in the middle of the pond and beyond, trying different depths up to sort of like 26 foot. And I'll just put it back over roughly where my baited area is now, and I'll just come up now about 12 foot in about 16 foot of water now. So just give that a go. But the wind has completely changed this morning. It was coming in here, now it was going straight over there, and this morning hopefully a couple of anglers over there might push a few fish over this side a bit more. Fingers crossed. Okay then, well, we're sort of getting in the afternoon time now. Whoops. Still nothing. And them shows what we're on the other side of the lake have even stopped now. So what I decided to do now is my left rod I'm going to keep out right in front of me, out in the open water along that sort of shelf, which is sort of still like 20 odd foot, but you know, it's got like 30 odd foot of water either side of it. I did have just a little zig on there, but I just added a few fake maggots as well, just see if that gives it any more pulling power, who knows. And then my other two rods, I'm going to rebait them, and they're going to go back out on the baited spot to my right, and I'm just going to bang just the remainder of that boilie crumb and a bit more sweet corn over the top, and yeah, sit on that for the night. The zig, I'm just going to just keep swapping and changing the depths through the evening, and you know, I've done very little zig fishing, but I'm just going to leave it the night as well. I've never fished a zig during the night, so it's going to be a first for me. And yeah, let's get it out in the pond. Actually, I'm just going to put a bit of foam on that first. Yeah, I'm just going to mask that, point the hook, bit of foam, and then get him out there. Cool. Got some depth in there. It seems to take forever to go down. So I'm just going to so I'm about 3 foot off the bottom, so I'm just going to pull off, so another 6 foot, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's about 9 foot up. About 9 foot up, but saying that, I'm sort of fishing in about 25ish foot of water there, so yeah, I'm going to keep bringing them up during the evening, and just go from there. Right, I'm going to get the other two rods sorted and then get them out. Okay then, well, that's my two new rigs, all retied, well baited, and these are just going to go back out on that spot which I baited yesterday. Lovely jubbly, happy with that one. Lovely job. So yeah, happy with them too. They went down nicely. Okay then, we are fishing again, and that's going to be it for the night now. I'm going to put a bit more corn and a bit more pellet with the leftover like boilie crumb which I had like yesterday. Fire that over it and then sit on my hands. So there it is, last few bit of boilie crumb I had in there, a few whole boilies in there but not many. So I just put the other half of the bag of sweet corn in there, handful of coppins, a couple handfuls of coppins pellets, and what I did put in my bags, I completely forgot I had, was some of the sardines in sunflower oil. So I'm gonna put that in there as well, bit of oil, bit of a fishy smell to it, and I think the best way for this is just to do it by hand. I think just smash up in there so I can get some nice oily fish flavours. So I might pull them down a bit, you never know. Absolutely stinks. Right, so I'm going to go and clean my hands. Whew. I'm definitely going to go and clean my hands, and then I'll get back to you when I'm putting this out. Okay, first things first, get my finger store, don't cut my finger. I know I'm not launching it miles, but still always be safe than sorry. And then give the line a good soak. Just give the line a good soak. I just find it easier with these spray bottles. You can give it a good old mist. So dunking the whole reel in other water. Okay, so good. Yeah, that's my zig rod. Just had a slight beep on it. That's the first one out. So I'm just gonna empty this whole bucket. I don't want to be taking it home with me, so dodgy old Mitch now that sardines have gone in there. Number 2. What fish couldn't resist a bit of sardines, eh? Probably every single one in the lake, now my luck. Okay, we don't want to watch me put this whole bucket out, so I'm going to turn it off there, and yeah, I'll get back to you in a bit. Chris, is the rumours true? You got a couple of birds on the go.
Yeah.
Ah. And there's your proof.
Soon. Full of innovative ideas I am.
You just never cease to amaze me, Christopher.
Yeah, it's the latest thing. Everyone's going to be doing it soon.
Yeah. Actually, it's making me want to pee. Okay then, well, it's about just gone 7 o'clock now on day 2, and yeah, still nothing. Still not seen nothing either since this morning when them shows were over there. Them guys pulled up and sort of had the fish within the hour, but nothing else since. So yeah, I've all the rods are redone. I'm still adjusting the zig at different levels out in sort of that channel area. Just had some food, chill out, sit back, and just enjoy the evening. It's quite a pleasant evening. So yeah, hopefully something in the night. Not feeling confident, to be honest. So yeah, the same old, if I don't see you in the night, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, and what a very sunny one it is too. Last night, absolutely zero. To be honest, I wasn't expecting too much, but yeah, my 2 right-hand rods down on that baited spot. I was getting a few bleeps during the night, but didn't materialise into anything. So yeah, so it's like I said, it's my last morning. It's 7 o'clock, so I've got to be off in like a few hours. So I'm not going to even do my I'm not even going to recheck my rods. I'm just going to leave them just for the sake of the few hours now. I'm going to make myself a nice cup of coffee, bit of breakfast, and slowly pack down some of the kit. I got a, see, we had a little bit of rain last night on the bivvy. So yeah, fingers crossed, you know, something might happen in the next few hours. I don't think Chris had anything tonight. I think he sort of planned it that if either of us caught a fish, we'd let each other know. So I can only assume Chris has had a quiet night as well. But yeah, right, I'm gonna make a coffee, have some breakfast, and start packing away the non-essentials. Like I say, I've got to be off by 10 o'clock. Right, let's get that kettle on. Okay then, well that is it. That's my 48 hours finished. You still got another 24 ahead of you, haven't you?
Yeah, I have indeed.
So yeah, it's unfortunately another blank. So yeah, I'm getting pretty good at them. But just wants me to get out a bit more and put things right. So hopefully get out in a few weeks. I'm not sure where.
Back here?
I don't know. I don't know.
One of the other lakes?
Probably a Runswater, but then if I go and blank on a Runswater, then I don't know yet. Yeah, so I think you've had a couple of bleeps today, haven't you, this morning on your rods?
Yeah, early hours of this morning, still during darkness, on my left-hand rod. I had a bit of a on my left-hand rod, and then on my right-hand rod, kind of once we got into daylight hours, I've had a, well, my bobbin pulled up tight, so yeah, I've definitely had a liner this morning on my right-hand rod, showing I've probably got fish mooching around closer in. So I'm about to redo my rods, and I'm going to change the rigs and bring them closer in, because I'm fishing 15.5 wraps at the moment. I'm going to try something like 10 wraps out,
Yeah.
because if I'm getting liners, clearly the fish are between me and the rig. So
yeah. So yeah, but yeah, today the wind has twisted back round this way, so hopefully it might push a few in for Chris.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed for you.
And it looks like I'm going to be the only one on the lake now.
It does, yeah.
Leaving.
Just deserted you. Everyone has. So, well, I don't want to say on camera, but yeah, it's a bit of smell-o-vision. But yeah, I'm all packed up, so I'm going to park the car up and I'm going to have a wander around the other lakes, just to get a few pegs I fancy in the future, and then yeah, make my way home. So until the next time, tight lines.
Au revoir.
See you, Chris.
Toodaloo.
Don't catch anything, will you?
I'll try not to.